Alright, good morning. Today we are going to start section G8, supplementary angles. Section G7 we looked at complementary angles. Supplementary angles are very similar, just one slight difference. Okay, so what are supplementary angles? So supplementary angles are two angles whose measurements add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so it's two angles, and when you add the two angle measures together, they add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so we have a specific name for this. We looked at this earlier. If I have two angles, we call this angle A, and we'll call this angle B. Okay. Okay, so supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. We also call this a linear pair. Okay, linear pair, the two angles form this line. Okay, so what do we know about supplementary angles? Well, if we add these two measurements together, it's going to equal 180 degrees. Okay, we know that angle A and angle B are supplementary angles. Okay. So, just like the complementary angles, let's just jump into some examples. Okay, and look at what we're dealing with here. So let's say I have two angles that are supplementary. Okay, we have angle A, which equals 120 degrees, and we have angle B, which equals blank. Okay, so if I ask you what is the measure of angle B, well, we have to know this. Because they're supplementary angles, the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B equals 180 degrees. I'm given that measure of angle A is 120. I don't know what the measure of angle B is, and I know the sum of their two angles is 180. Okay, so if I'm solving for angle B, I would just subtract 120 degrees from both sides, and I'm left with the measure of angle B equals 60 degrees. Okay. So go ahead and try this. I have a pair of supplementary angles. I have a linear pair. Okay. And the measure of angle B is going to be 30, oh no, sorry. Let's make this 73 degrees. Measure of angle A is equal to question mark. Okay. So go ahead, solve for the measure of angle A. Pause it. I'll be back in 5 seconds. Alright. So, again, supplementary angles. I know that the sum of these two angles is going to equal 180 degrees. I don't know the measure of angle A. I know the measure of angle B is 73 degrees. In total, their angles are going to add up to 180 degrees. So all I need to do is subtract 73 degrees from both sides, and I'm left with the measure of angle A equals 107 degrees. Okay. So supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees. We can introduce variables as well to questions like these. Okay. So let's say we have this. We have 2x plus 10. We'll have 3x plus 30. And we'll have this be A, B, C. Okay. So first off, angles are supplementary if they add up to 180 degrees. So I have the measure of angle ABC. ABC. Okay. And I have to add that to this other angle. CBD. And their angles will add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so now I need to fill in what are these measurements. Okay, and also, sorry, what am I solving for? Let's solve for x. Okay, so let's solve for x. Okay, so if I'm solving for x, I need to plug in ABC and angle CBD. Okay, so measure of angle ABC, we have 3x plus 30. And for the measure of angle CBD, we have 2x plus 10. And together, they equal 180 degrees. Now, combine like terms. 3x and 2x makes 5x. 30 plus 10 make 40. Equals 180 degrees. Minus 40 minus 40. 5x equals 140. These are all degrees. Divide by 5. X equals 28 degrees. Okay, now if I wanted to find out what the measure of each specific angle is, I would plug right in. Okay, so if I want to find the measure of angle ABC, well, I know I have the formula 3x plus 30. I know what x is. I can simplify. And I can simplify one step further. Okay, so the measure of angle ABC is 114 degrees. The measure of angle CBD, when added to 114, should give us 180 degrees. Okay, forget these are degrees. All right, so I plug in my 28 degrees. 56 degrees plus 10 degrees equals 66 degrees. And if I add this plus this, I get 180. Okay. So with supplementary angles, make sure you remember the sum of the two angles is 180 degrees. You can use that to solve for x and to solve for all angle measures. Okay. Thanks.